Welcome to Everything is Messy, the podcast. I'm your host, Kellyanne Gorman. I'm someone who loves to create content, products, and services to help others level up in business and in life. I even wrote a book about it, and now I have a store. Everything is Messy is a one-stop shop for women who want it and deserve it all. From personal development to productivity, podcasting and publishing, small business strategies to entrepreneurship, and so much more. Tune in every week to enjoy this one-of-a-kind podcast experience and hear fun, fearless, and focused conversations from myself and my incredible guests. From trending topics to stories of resilience and all things business. And let's not forget about a few of my favorites: mindset, healthy recipes, and organizing tips. These episodes are created to get you to where you want to be right now. The purpose of the show is to motivate you, inspire you, and prove to you that anything is possible if you just put in the work. So grab your favorite notebook and pen, because it's time to get organized and turn those dreams of yours into reality. I'm living proof that manifesting and visualizing and having a never give up attitude work. And now it's my job to help you achieve your goals by doing the same, or just to provide some laughs along the way. I'm so glad you are here. Today's episode starts now. Hello, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Everything is Messy, the podcast. I am your host, Kellyanne Gorman, and I am back, my friend. I am back, and we have to catch up. First of all, I apologize for not recording an episode saying that I was going to take a break, because I didn't know that I needed one on June 30th, which was the last episode, which, by the way, I believe that was episode 271. It was titled How to Generate Passive Income and Profitable Side Hustles. That episode is receiving hundreds of downloads. It's literally insane how many downloads I'm getting for this one specific show, considering I haven't recorded in about 2 solid months, which is also insane. But that just goes to show me that things that I've been working on, more programs I wanted to create, classes, and more of you are looking for ways to make more money. I mean, seriously, who isn't? So whether it's pushing out affiliate links and that becoming your side hustle, whether it's starting a small business, whether it's diving into entrepreneurship like myself, I'm going to start recording more. I'm going to be recording more shows. I already have a few, but I think I might re-record them actually. And I'm for sure doing a class and an episode on budgeting and building your credit, because this is something that I've been working on for months, and I've raised my credit to, I think, a little bit over 300 now. My problem was I had no credit. So the whole time I was sick, I didn't have cards. I thought I was going to die. So I didn't care about that. So I had no credits. I was paying cash. And so now I'm getting older. I want to buy a house and I need to build credit. So I literally raised my score. I think it's 3 something now above what it was a couple months ago. And right now we're in August, almost done with August, which is so insane to me. I've been writing down every single day what I'm spending money on. So at the end of the month, I can see what I need to cut out. I've already cut out a ton of business expenses and a lot of online subscriptions, like Netflix I did get when I was sick, and then YouTube TV I did get again. But I wanted to concentrate on reading more books, so I cut that out. But then when I was sick, I needed a break, so I just actually spent another $65 on that. So we'll see, if I can keep that, if I'm still reading books. It's really on how I feel. But with the whole budgeting thing, I'm writing down every single day what I'm spending money on. So if I'm going to happy hour too much, if I'm going to dinners that are way too expensive, if I'm blowing my money, shopping at a specific store, something like that, which I'm not. But I've already noticed that I'm spending more money on a couple things that I can definitely cut out. So I'm also trying to stay under $200 for my food. So I've done this a couple times, and because I'm a huge meal prepper, if you're new here, and I am determined to get my food budget under $200. And by the way, if you want to eat vegan, if you want to eat healthy, it is possible, because in my book, all the recipes that are there are budget friendly. So they're actually $20 for the meal prep or to feed your family for the night. That took me months to come up with those figures, and I wanted to make sure that it was affordable for every single person that wanted to eat healthy. That was really, really important to me. So anyway, I'm definitely going to do a show on budgeting and credit repair and credit building. The show will come out sometime in September, and I also want to teach a class. And I'm trying to find, without showing my credit report, just for obvious reasons, like a template of some kind before I do this video class to coach others. So I'm currently looking for something like that, and then we'll be good to go. But just to give you a rundown, like the last few years of my life have been so insane. You know, getting diagnosed with 2 diseases and then getting misdiagnosed, then having to become an attorney and represent myself in these 6 cases. And then the pandemic in between all of that. And then I put my head down, got to work, wrote a book. I then filmed all the recipes for it. I then released the book. I went on a little mini book tour. I did 2 complete rebrands, and then I just was done. When you go through something traumatic, your body remembers it. I know this from doing all of my research. I know this from working with a lot of clients that were they're actually trained in as breathwork facilitators and a number of other holistic healers. And it's so crazy because when I drive to Vegas and back, there's some spots where I've actually gotten vertigo. And every time I come near that spot in the highway, like my body starts to shake. It just remembers that time that I had vertigo. Why did I get vertigo? Because I was so, my nerves were like through the roof from just being in Vegas, period. Because that's where everything had happened. So it's so crazy. So I'm anniversarying all these dates. And your body knows. And I just started getting anxiety again and panic attacks. And I do everything holistically that you possibly can. But sometimes it's just not enough. And you just need to take a break. And that's just like a lot to go through as a person. And a lot of things you need to heal. And getting panic attacks, like I had to start using CBD oil again. Where my GABA pills and my L-theanine pills were usually enough. And then the CBD wasn't even enough. So I was like, I just need to take a break. So that's where I've been the last few months. And then when I finally realized, like, okay, I needed to just sit down and figure out like what I really wanted to focus on, what I wanted to put my energy into. And, you know, my entire career, I've always been in the service industry. And I really do love helping others. It's just in my blood. It's something I've always done, you know, from waiting tables in my 20s to working on cruise ships, painting faces as a professional makeup artist, booking yachts and jets, creating all these luxury experiences, to then moving into business, LinkedIn, podcasting, and now publishing. That's a lot. And then recently I just launched an e-commerce store. So I'm just like, how can I serve others? But then at the same time, I'm not serving myself. So after that, I took another little break. And then I started creating all these opportunities for myself, literally out of pure passion and my creativity and out of demand. Everybody needs certain things. And when I see that, and if I know about it and I like to do it, and if I want to provide a service like that, I then create a product, a program, or service that will help people looking for something like that. For example, when I launched this show, so many other business coaches online asked me how I did it. So I created a program, which I'm going to get into in a minute because I'm so excited to talk about that. But I just figured it out. Seriously, I've said this so many times. Listen to my very first episode. I think in the intro, and even in the show, you can hear my smoke alarm going off. The annoying battery beep when you can't reach it because it's too high and then it just keeps constantly beeping. Because I didn't even know how to take that out. I was actually uploading video files and not even audio files. But we all have to start somewhere. Now I've developed more than 20 podcasts. So that just goes to show you, like, you put your mind to something, you figure it out, and then you immediately will become a success. I promise you that. So those are things that I've just always done, being in the service industry. Like, I really, really have enjoyed that. I've had other things that I've dabbled in, and it wasn't like my sweet spot. It wasn't enjoyable. I wasn't helping people the way that I wanted. So I just decided about a month and a half ago, I wanted to stick to what I knew best. And that was business, LinkedIn, coaching, podcasting, and publishing. I know that's a lot, but that's everything that I do. That's everything I have been doing for years. How can I help other people other entrepreneurs, other coaches, other small business owners, or just people looking for information. It's with this show, it's with my YouTube channel, it's with my social media. The more I share, the more things I create with my book, the more ways I'm able to help other people generate revenue themselves, or just honestly be a happy person. That took me a really long time to get to that point of just being happy. Trust me when I tell you that. And what I came up with was I needed to do a complete overhaul, a complete rebrand to my personal site, kellyanngorman.com, and then relaunch everything that I just discussed on everythingismessy.com. So I have moved everything. So now it's basically two separate entities. So if you want to know about me, you go to kellyanngorman.com. And then they do piggyback off each other. But my e-commerce site is everythingismessy.com. What you can find there is all of my merchandise right now. I'm releasing 4 or 5 more products to go into the Everything is Messy collection September. Not sure the date just yet. But then we're going to start pushing out other products that don't say everything is messy. So all these motivational and inspiring quotes I always say, and other things that I'm going to get, I'm going to design on different products. So that's that. But as far as what is the Everything is Messy collection, I wanted it to be a one-stop shop for women who want it and deserve it all. Literally one hub where you come and get everything you need on this site. So it's filled with various digital libraries. It's filled with media, content, and coaching. And all of this is going to help you level up in business and life, as well as keep you organized, because if you're new here, I'm obsessed with being organized. It's just like a thing. I can't survive if I'm not. And this growing catalog also includes apparel, like I mentioned, home and office supplies, brand merchandise, productivity tools, and I'm launching all new products every single month. And I've been on track with that, so I'm super excited. And I already have some designs in the works that I started drawing out, but I was like, I can't do this when I'm like stressed out. And that's another thing. Why I needed a break, because I can't create when I'm having panic attacks. That obviously makes sense, right? So I just needed a break. So that's where I've been the last almost 2 months. I just needed a mental health break. And I hate, like I said, I literally hate when I don't let you know that I'm going to take a break or disappear. But I promise you I will next time if that happens again, but I don't think it will, but never say never. Mental health, you just never know. But I've always been an open book about it. I've always been completely honest. Even after a 2-month break, I come back and I explain to you why. That's why. That's a lot of shit for somebody to go through that I still have to work through and then create exciting things on top of it. But I was doing more of that and then kind of getting lost in the shuffle because I didn't want to deal with those things. So August 17th is the day that I started writing my book last year. So that's when I just relaunched everythingismessy.com as well as my rebrand kellyanngorman.com. It's the day that I was done with my legal cases. It's the day I started writing my book, my new book, Everything is Messy. I was writing another book. Well, I had 2 books and then they formed to one. So that's when I started writing the book. And it's so crazy because we're coming up. This is the week I was writing the book. So I keep seeing on my time hop, all these memories. It's so crazy. Just the other day, I just started creating the vegan, gluten-free pizza dough that's in the book. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so crazy. I was writing the book this week, last year. And then the ebook was done and it was available October 1st. And then I released the paperback November 1st. That's almost a year. Where did this year go is what I want to know. Also, I would just like to add this entire week of my launch week, the day I launched, I just needed to chop my hair off, new beginnings. So that happened. I cut 4.5 inches off my hair. And I really needed that. So now I'm back to my normal short bob. I just can't do the long hair thing. Even with a wig, even with a weave, I just want it up off my face. It's just not a good look for me. I tried. And then I was growing out hair that was colored not in a good way. Let's just say that. But thank God for Tanya, who does my hair in LA. She worked to magic as always. And she had been doing my hair since, I lived in Miami and New York, so that was like 2006. Anyway, so I drive 2 hours to get my hair done properly. However, I did find somebody in San Diego to cut it, and she did an amazing job. And I'm so grateful for that, because the place I went into one time, I did not have a good haircut. So I already had anxiety, but I was like, you know what? As long as I can like throw it back, Tanya can fix it. And she's going to kill me for saying that. But I'm like, I just need this dead weight like chopped off. If you've ever been there, you feel me. You understand. So I did that. And then all of a sudden, that was Tuesday. All of a sudden, I just felt off. Like the last, like few days before that. So now I'm talking last weekend. Like my stomach was hurting. And it was so weird. And I was like, is this seriously my anxiety again? Like my stomach freaking hurts. And it felt like my hernia was back. I had an ulcer. Like I didn't understand like my anxiety. Like why is this happening right now? Like I was so excited for launch week. I had everything done ahead of my schedule. I have everything on my wall, my Post-its, my color coding system, all the logistics. I had so many fucking technical issues with these websites. I almost got hacked. Thank God I pay a shit ton of money for security, because that didn't work out. But then all my pages went blank in the middle of a redesign, and like every little nightmare that could have happened. But I was somewhat like calm during it. I mean, my old self would have been like screaming at people, but I was in a very namaste moment each time that happened. I mean, almost all of the times, let's just say that. Thank God I didn't get hacked. Let's just say that. So my stomach was just hurting. And I was like, is it anxiety or like what is happening? I don't know. Then all of a sudden, so then Tuesday night, was it Tuesday? I don't even know what day I'm on. Anyway, let's just say I was in bed all week with COVID, which I thought. I swear I had every single symptom minus the smell and taste, and then plus a stomach bug. So I don't know if I had a stomach flu or a stomach, like a virus with a stomach bug. Like, I don't know, but it was awful. It scared the shit out of me. And that was the 5th time now I have avoided COVID. Vaccinated and unvaccinated. So last Christmas, I had a friend stay with me. She left. The next day, she's like, oh my God, I have COVID. I was freaking the hell out. I tested negative. And then my roommate got it. And then a couple people that I've been hanging out with and been around got it. And I tested twice, and they both came back negative. And the second test took 2.5 days to get back. Actually, no, I got it in 2 days, but that's the PCR test, and I tested negative, but I was sick as a dog. So I don't know, because I had COVID for 15 days before anybody even knew it was here. It was the weekend I moved, and I moved in the middle of it. I don't even remember. It was a fucking blur. I was so sick. I felt like I was going to die. I felt like I was doing chemo again. It was awful, awful, awful. I then realized a few weeks later, like, holy shit, I already had COVID. And I did get my vaccine. So I'm thinking maybe, but everybody that has been around me lately that has tested positive over the last, I'd say 2 months, they have been vaccinated and they've all gotten COVID. So that's just crazy. I don't want to make this show about COVID, but it was a very crazy week. I was so sick. So all the marketing I had planned, all the times I wanted to show up live, none of that happened. So I want to redo. I'm doing a full redo starting tomorrow, because first of all, I like Lysol the shit out of my house. I stripped my bedding. I just like cleaned everything, like vinegar, Lysol, like you name it. Like it's clean to, like there's no dust. Like everything has to be super clean for me to like work and feel good. And like I need to like get that sick energy like out of my office. So that happened today. This week was just crazy, and it's something I didn't expect. Welcome to entrepreneurship. You got to go with the flow. And I'm lying in bed, like creating videos to push out for marketing. And I was like, I don't even want to promote this because I can't even come on live. It was so disappointing. But that is entrepreneurship, and that is running a business on the internet. Thank God for filters, because at least I could show up on my stories a couple times and not scare the hell out of you. But that was this week. And luckily I tested negative twice, so I'm good to go. I feel good today. Today is the first day I actually like feel good. I took a hot shower, I did a face mask, I did all my laundry. Like I am ready for a good, solid, exciting fucking week to share like all this news with you guys and more shows. I have so many shows. I have a list of shows in front of me that I need to record for you because, again, I record what you want to hear. So if there's any information that you are looking for that you would love me to record a show on for you, just send me a message on Instagram and Facebook. You can find me at Kellyanne Gorman Official. But anyway, I wanted to give you a rundown of my week as well as the last 2 months where I've been because so much shit has happened. It's just like, welcome to my life. This is my life. Like, how I don't have a reality show. I'm glad I don't, but like, you just wouldn't believe it. So I try to post most of these things on my Instagram stories so that I like have proof, you know? And then I remember the next year, like, oh my God, that happened. Like, how am I living my best life? I get my hair cut off. I'm excited for launch week. And then I'm in bed the entire week. Literally couldn't leave my house. And it was bad. But anyway, you can hear my voice. I'm excited. I'm back. I'm so excited to share this next group of things with you because this is what I released on Tuesday. Was Tuesday launch day? Yeah, Tuesday was launch day. Or was it Wednesday? Tuesday was launch day because Wednesday I was supposed to get my tattoo and that I had to push back too, which I'm so annoyed. But that will come soon. So hopefully this week. Anyway, without like running all over the place with the show, I want to go back into what the Everything is Messy collection is all about. So there are 6 different things that I've created for you or anybody that you know, and I've revamped. So I literally, this whole time I've been MIA, went through 5 years of my content. And what I did was I took that and I took it to a whole nother level. And I created coaching programs and different things that you can experience in all different categories. So the first one being my one-on-one Invest in Yourself private coaching experience that literally explains itself. So there's all different versions on my coaching programs. So I do life coaching, that's one-on-one, and then I have my Level Up in Business coaching, which is for individuals as well as teams. So that's my business coaching programs. I do coaching Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's it. Because Monday I write, record, create. Friday I follow up and I prepare for the next week. I'm extremely organized with my schedule in real life and as well as online. My marketing calendar and everything, like it's all mapped out. So those are the days. And in order for me to be my best self for the person that I'm working with so that they can become their best self, I need to strategically schedule myself on days where I know I'm going to be my best. So that's taken me a number of years to figure out, by the way. So now Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that's it. Those are the only days I take calls. And it's specific times as well. So the next program that I launched, Your Podcast Production. This is what I created in 2017, I think I realized. Was it 2017? I think I released this in 2018. I don't even know. It's years old. This is what my clients have invested in order for me to help them develop their podcast. So this is a complete done-for-you service that puts you on the map and aligns you and your brand to have a successful, enjoyable, and profitable audio experience. I've revamped the entire production. And then speaking of production, I also have monthly podcast production available, but that is just me providing the service for you. This next one, Start Your Podcast Today, I originally released in, I think it was 2019. And it was a 10-step coaching call, I believe. Anyway, so I've completely revamped this. And after years of so many of you asking me for a podcast school, I now have one. And I've revamped Start Your Podcast Today. So this is a school that you come to learn at your own speed how to create, how to launch, how to market, and how to monetize, as well as strategize, and more importantly, stand out and be different with your show. It's on-demand audio. There's video lessons. There's one-on-one coaching calls. And this is going to get you exactly where you want to be in the podcasting world. I spent so much time and effort and I put so much energy into this school because I did have On the House podcast school, but I wanted to put more into it. So this is something that I've been working on, like I said, over the last 2 months, just about creating for you, or whoever you know that needs a podcast and they want to figure it out on their own time. This is something that I wish I had in 2016. Instead, I just did it because there wasn't a podcast school. Now there's so many podcast schools, but I don't want to just create something and sell it. I want to help you, but I want you to do the research. I want you, because that's the part that takes so much time and energy. And then you come back and you ask me any questions you want. And then I have video lessons on top. So when you get stuck, I have a portal for you to visit, and then everything you need to know is in there. It's so amazing. I'm honestly so proud of this because, one, so many of you have been asking me for this for years, and I literally didn't have the time. I didn't even want to really do it. But then after sitting around and figuring out what I'm best at and how I can help more, this is definitely one of the things. And this is the Start Your Podcast Today School. I'm so excited about that. And then let's see, 2017 or 2018, no, it was 2016 because I was sick then. I started updating LinkedIn profiles for my clients, literally rolled over in a ball in bed. This is how I was supporting myself going through chemo and all of that. I was updating LinkedIn profiles. LinkedIn, if you are not on LinkedIn right now and you own a business and you are on the internet, you are truly missing out on so many opportunities. So I have 2 exciting announcements about LinkedIn. So Leverage Your LinkedIn is the profile and program. Let me think. Yeah, it was 2017, I think I launched this, the original. But now I've divided it into 2. So Leverage Your LinkedIn Pro is a very strategic profile and platform coaching program for professionals and corporations who are ready to level up in business right now. Now, if you've been listening to me for a while and you follow me online for a while, I don't like to wait around for things. I like to create it. I like to launch it. I want to help people now. I don't want to even work with people that dilly-dally because that's just not my vibe. I want to work with people that are serious and want it now. So that's why that is stated exactly like that. Then I was like, what about everybody that needs to do it on their own speed? That's just too much. Leverage Your LinkedIn Today is my brand new LinkedIn school. So that I just created and I'm so proud of. And this is a strategic profile and platform creative coaching program for professionals who are ready to level up on LinkedIn and work at their own pace. So all of the schools that I've created, the podcast school, the LinkedIn school, and I have other schools coming out, they all include on-demand audio, video lessons, and one-on-one coaching. This is not just a buy and then I never went through the modules. You're going to work, you're going to get it done, and I'm going to help you get to exactly where you want to be. If you've read my book, this is exactly how I talk. If you've been listening to my show, if you've worked with me, if you follow me online, I don't want to waste time and dilly-dally. Life is short. If I've been given a second opportunity at life, you better believe I'm making the most out of it. And that is by helping others get to where they want to be, whether it's personally or professionally. So those are the 2 new schools, the coaching programs, and everything else that I have spent so much time, money, and energy on creating for you that I'm so excited to finally share. And if you want any more information on them, you just need to visit everythingismessy.com. The link will be in the show notes. And then all of the personalized program for the LinkedIn school also includes extra video coaching, just in case you're not used to the platforms. And then it's truly going to elevate your LinkedIn experience and then get you the knowledge and showcase your immediate results literally on the platform. So I have so many more digital products and merchandise and schools, a lot of other things that I'm working on, which I cannot wait to release. See, this is why I needed a little vacay, mental health vacay, so that I could really figure out, what do I want to do that makes me happy? But at the same time, how can I help more people? Because that's what it's all about. I want to help more business women. I want to help more entrepreneurs. I want to help more people that want to get into business. I want to help people make money from their side hustles. I want to help people with their credit. I want to help people budget. I've been reading a lot of money books lately. I've been looking at the stock market. There's so many new things that I've invested my energy into over the last year that I now feel ready to help others in. I like to do my research on every single thing I touch, I create, everything. So now, if you're interested in anything that I just discussed, you can visit everythingismessy.com. And also, I have a brand new bio. Can we just talk about how long bios take to redo? Because I've had basically the same format, but when you're writing it yourself, it's so hard. So if you go to kellyanngorman.com, you can see all the rebrand and all the changes there. But I have something really, really exciting to share with you. If you are interested in any of these programs, if you just want to learn more and ask me questions, you can schedule over on everythingismessy.com a 15-minute consultation with me. Totally free. Just pick my brain. You have 15 minutes. That's it. And ask me if you're trying to figure out is this really the right program or what's the difference? Can you go into more details? Absolutely. Just book a time. You can even book a time with me through kellyanngorman.com as well. But if you are ready now and you want to invest in business and life coaching or LinkedIn or podcasting, or you need help organizing or creating recipes, whatever it is that you see on my website that I do, I would love to help you with. So either book a 15-minute free consultation or just dive right in and purchase the program today. You will not regret it. And I have a code for you for 20% off every single thing on my website. So if you want to start buying hats and t-shirts and merch and give it away for the holidays, the code is everythingismessy20, all in caps, but I don't think that really matters. And then also, if you want to invest in your podcast production and start your LinkedIn today, start your podcast today, leverage your LinkedIn Pro, you get 20% off. I was going to do 10%. I'm like, why would I do that? I'm going to do 20%. I want to help more of you now. I've cleared out my schedule. I've cleared out my weeks. I am ready to go. You can book my calendar through, I think, October now. And it's Tuesday through Thursday. If for some reason those times do not work for you at all, then of course we're going to figure out a time that works best for you. That is something that I really pride myself on doing. I make it possible to make sure that we have enough time together, because you are investing in something that I'm selling you, and I want to make sure that you get the absolute best results. I pride myself on the service that I provide for my clients. And that is just something, for example, I have a client, we can only talk Wednesday mornings at 9 a.m. Well, usually I do 12 to 4. So of course I talk to her we FaceTime 9 a.m. on Wednesdays. So that's that. So back to the content of the show. If you guys have any questions or any specific topics you would like me to talk about coming up on the show, please let me know. You know where to find me. Again, Facebook and Instagram at Kellyanne Gorman Official. And just to give you a little rundown, because I do have the list right in front of me, some of the topics I will be going over on the show. So this is definitely going to be full-blown business entrepreneurship coming up, sprinkled with little mental health, of course, as always. Like I mentioned earlier, budget, credit building, credit repair, failures and disappointments in business burnout, social media overwhelm, how to increase revenue streams, business etiquette and professionalism, specifically for LinkedIn. This I have to record very soon. Pivoting in your business. This is going to be an interesting one. Outgrowing friendships and platforms and businesses. Getting organized with your hustle or your business, because, anything organizing I'm obsessed with. How to build a following in a community. I definitely need to do a wellness update with my rowing and my walking and share all the products and my meal preps and my recipes and all of that. I promised a wellness update months ago, and so I definitely need to come through with that. The do's and don'ts of LinkedIn in 2021. That definitely needs to be recorded soon. The power of a good media kit. Definitely need to record that soon. I just had mine upgraded and I'm so thrilled about it. It just looks so good. It's 3 pages, not 1, 3, because I use it for everything. So it's just a lot easier. But if you need a copy, please just shoot me a DM, Facebook and Instagram, and I'll send you one, or ask me. You can always send me a message on my website. That's also a class I feel like I need to teach, is how to create a media kit, like super basic. I do them for my clients when I work with them on their podcasts and show them how to pitch and collab with brands and like really make money from their shows. That's the only way you're going to be able to do it, if you have a really nice media kit. And that's where Canva Pro comes in. And I have a ton of codes on my Kellyanne Gorman site if you're interested in any of the programs I ever talk about, all the programs that I use, like Canva Pro, like Backblaze, like Calendly, like all my business tools. I'm an affiliate for all of them. So that gives you a deal. So check that out. It's under brand deals on KellyanneGorman.com. And then setting boundaries. That's like that's going to be an interesting show as well. And I'm not just talking about personally, I'm talking about professionally. That's something that I definitely need to like riff on because it's just important. This show's all about entrepreneurship, you know, and you've got to set boundaries for yourself if you want to succeed. And there's reasons why I wake up at 4 and 5 in the morning. There's reasons why I sleep till, well, today I slept till 11, but I couldn't sleep last night. And that was even with my NyQuil dose. Can you imagine? Anyway, so that's just what I want to talk about in the next couple of episodes. Well, that's kind of a few, but if there is anything that you would like me to chat about, you know where to find me, just let me know. But again, thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. And I promise next time I need a mental health hiatus, I will let you know. And if we are not connected on Instagram and LinkedIn, what are you waiting for? Because I have a lot to share in the next coming weeks. I can't wait. And truly, thank you so much for listening. I really, really do appreciate it. And if you haven't left a review for Everything is Messy, the podcast, I would really appreciate it if you do so on Audible, if you're listening on Audible or Apple Podcasts, or if there's any other platform where you're listening and you can leave a review, rate, review, and subscribe. That would mean so much to me. And I have more things coming on YouTube as well. So you can find me at Kellyanne Gorman on YouTube. And I think that's it. So don't forget, Everything is Messy 20 is the code to receive 20% off every single thing on everythingismessy.com right now. So head on over there. And lastly, 15-minute consults. If you want to do one of those, let me know. Send me a DM, message me on my website. And I think that is it for right now. That is my catch-up show, 2 months behind. I worked on a lot. I healed a lot. I am back. I am so ready to produce all of this content and really help you level up in your business and life. If you are not interested in any of the programs, products, and services I create, that's okay, because I give it all away for free here every single week. Again, now every single week I will be back, and I'll probably be doing double shows in the next coming weeks, just because I have so much content sitting in front of me right now, literally looking at the list. And also, I'm bringing on guests. Guests are coming back. I miss talking to my guests. I miss them here so much. So that is definitely happening. But I had to line everything up strategically first in order to make room for that. So again, if there's any other businesses you would like to hear about from business owners or people that you see online and you would love to hear a conversation between the two of us, let me know. That is it. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to make myself some, I should say heat up because I just prepped everything. What did I make? Butternut squash soup. It's definitely a fall vibe. I'm already into the full-blown pumpkin mode, by the way. So if you need any pumpkin recipes, I'm here for you. And there's also a bunch in my book. So again, 20% off, even signed copies of my book. So it's also cheaper than Amazon. Go to everythingismessy.com, type in everythingismessy20. And I almost forgot to say this, Facebook and Instagram, you can now shop on my feeds. They literally approved me the night before my launch. Monday night, I think I got approved. I think all the collections are there. So you can even shop through my Instagram. There's been a lot of changes on my Instagram, so you'll see them when you head over there. But all the recipes and everything I vlog every day is always saved to highlights, just so you know. So that's it. I'm signing off. This was crazy to record again, and I'm so excited to be here, and I'm excited you're here. So I will see you in the next show. Thanks so much for tuning in to Everything is Messy, the podcast. If you enjoyed what you heard today, I would love to know. Just leave me a review on the app or website you're listening on. To learn more about myself, join the community, read my book, or shop the collection, visit everythingismessy.com. While you're there, be sure to sign up to receive my weekly newsletter so you get all my announcements first. For all the behind the scenes and day-to-day content, follow along on Instagram at Kellyanne Gorman Official and Everything is Messy Collection. Links are in the show notes. If you have a product, brand, story, or service you would like to share, send me a message on everythingismessy.com today. As always, thanks for listening, sharing, and reviewing. It truly means the world to me. Wishing you a happy, healthy, positive, and productive day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Everything is Messy is produced and syndicated under A Million Dreams Publishing. For more information on how you can launch your own book, podcast, or digital series, visit amilliondreamspublishing.com.